Welcome to Brain Booster. Have you ever wondered about the mysteries of Stonehenge? What if we told you that this iconic site is not just mysterious, but also holds a history as vast and deep as the stones themselves? Nestled in the heart of the English countryside, Stonehenge spans an impressive 2,600 hectares, a space that dwarfs Central Park in New York City by 7.5 times. The circular bank and ditch that cradles Stonehenge encloses an area of over 10,000 square meters. Among its stones, the heel stone stands out, weighing a hefty 30 tons. Just to give you an idea, that's about the weight of 21 average-sized cars. Now imagine this stone, and many others, being transported from the Preseli Hills in southwest Wales, primarily by boat. It's a feat that boggles the mind, isn't it? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the birth of Stonehenge. But who are the masterminds behind this magnificent monument? Let's delve into the history. The time of Stonehenge's grand erection coincided with a small community of inhabitants, living not far from the site. Archaeological evidence has revealed a cluster of houses at a place known as Durrington Walls. These homes, each possessing a chalk floor, a hearth and stake-built walls, were occupied for approximately 50 to 100 years around 2500 BC. It is quite possible that it was these very inhabitants who participated in the monumental task of erecting the sarsen stones of Stonehenge. But Stonehenge was more than just a construction project for these ancient people. Recent analysis of the cremations buried at the site has discovered that men, women, and even children from the late Neolithic period, between about 3000 and 2500 BC, were laid to rest here. This suggests that Stonehenge held a significant place in their spiritual and ritualistic practices. Among these burials, several high-status women were found, their graves marked by round barrows near Stonehenge. One such woman held a particularly esteemed position within her community, given the precious objects she was buried with. It seems that Stonehenge was not just a marvel of engineering, but also a sacred space for these Neolithic communities. Further insight into the people behind Stonehenge comes from a rather intriguing find: a skeleton excavated in 1864 from a long barrow near Winterbourne Stoke roundabout. Radiocarbon dating has shown that this man lived and died around 500 years before the first earthwork enclosure was built at Stonehenge. A reconstructed head based on this real man is now on display in the visitor center. So Stonehenge was not just a monument, but a place of dwelling and burial, deeply intertwined with the lives of its creators. Stonehenge's history doesn't stop at its creation. It has been a significant site throughout the centuries. Enthralling tales are woven into the fabric of Stonehenge, dating back to the biblical era. In fact, the first guidebook of Stonehenge, written by Henry Brown in the early 19th century, claimed that this iconic structure survived Noah's flood. Brown's perspective, deeply rooted in the biblical view of history, regarded Stonehenge as a resilient monument that withstood the test of the Old Testament flood. Moving forward in time, the Duke of Buckingham undertook an excavation right at the heart of Stonehenge, prompted by a visit from none other than King James I. The details of this royal excavation remain cloaked in mystery, but it undeniably added another layer of intrigue to Stonehenge's rich history. One of the fascinating aspects of Stonehenge is the numerous prehistoric axe head carvings etched on the stones. These carvings, dating back to between 1800 and 1700 BC, were largely unknown until 2011. It took a complete three-dimensional laser scan of the stones to reveal them. This scan also unearthed details invisible to the naked eye, such as tool marks made 4,500 years ago during the shaping and erection of the stones, and scores of carvings added when Stonehenge was already 700 years old. But the historical footprint at Stonehenge isn't just from the ancient Britons. About 1,500 Roman objects have been discovered at the site. Coins, pins, jewelry, and fragments of pottery are just some of the objects unearthed, painting a vivid picture of Roman influence and presence. Stonehenge, therefore, bears the imprints of different eras, standing as a silent witness to the passage of time. From its creation to the present day, Stonehenge continues to intrigue and inspire. Standing on a sprawling expanse of land 7.5 times the size of New York City's Central Park, this iconic monument is a testament to human ingenuity, creativity, and sheer determination. The largest stone, the heel stone, tips the scales at a staggering 30 tons, and the circular bank and ditch around Stonehenge encloses an area over 10,000 square meters. In the early 20th century, Stonehenge was purchased by local businessman Cecil Chubb for the princely sum of £6,600. Folklore has it that Chubb attended the auction with the intention of buying dining chairs, but walked away with one of the world's most famous monuments instead. The first guidebook ever written about Stonehenge was published in the year 1823 by a man named Henry Brown. Brown's guidebook took a biblical view of history, claiming that Stonehenge was one of the few ancient structures to have survived Noah's flood. Over the centuries, Stonehenge has seen its fair share of wear and tear. In 1797, an entire trilithon collapsed. Repairs were undertaken to restore this iconic monument to its former glory. In the year 2011, a comprehensive three-dimensional laser scan of the stones was conducted. This revealed details that had hitherto been invisible to the naked eye, including tool marks made 4,500 years ago when the stones were being shaped and erected. The scan also revealed a surprising number of axe head carvings on the stones, dating back to around 1800 to 1700 BC. Today, Stonehenge stands not just as a monument, but as a symbol of human ingenuity and a testament to our shared history. It continues to captivate visitors from around the world, and its mysteries are as compelling as they were thousands of years ago. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.